Hey there YouTube, Rock Hugger here with a wire wrap video. I'm gonna go ahead and display some of these that I just made. Rock Hugger art on Etsy.com. Also sponsored by Elysian Space Dust tonight. Just kidding. So we got a few different stones here. Some petrified wood, some jasper, and it looks like a little agate. Can never get very good close-ups with these things. We'll go ahead and get some stills afterwards so you can see what these look like when they're done, but I'm just going to show you some simple wire wrap technique, one that I kind of developed, and show you how to wrap these things so you can make some cool jewelry. Alright, so to start out, I'm going to go ahead and show you the tools and supplies that I'm using here. So I got some snips, get some that, get a close cut. You don't want to leave any little nubs or anything that are going to poke you. So I got some 18 gauge jewelry wire, craft wire, you can get in any craft places. This is a little tool that I actually found, leather punch tool. These things work great for pushing wires under places and kind of giving you something to work with to weave. I'll show you how I use that. And those things you can get on Amazon. And I got them in different sizes too because they help kind of make different holes. As you can see, the end punch gives you different diameters, so those help. Also, needle nose pliers, and I got these flat pliers too. These help for making the little coils to help you grip and keep those things flat. Okay, let's go wrap some things. Alright, so the first part to this, let's go ahead and cut some wire. Now I'm working with, this is about maybe a foot and a little over a foot section. So I'm going to go ahead and double it in half and just kind of get one end to where I can start making the bail from. So let's get the camera moved up here. Okay, so the trick is to this, I usually just get some round tool that I like the diameter of and go ahead and just wrap it around a couple times. Now you don't have to make it perfect because when you cinch it down here, this kind of fixes all those loops. So as you can see, I just have basically 3 loops, and I'm going to go ahead and pull that to the butt of it and twist. So as you twist this, you kind of want to keep these even. Don't twist too much at once, otherwise your coil will kind of look a little uneven. So try to get a close up there. Okay, so we'll stop there. So the next part is, so that little tool I said earlier that's got the little different size round parts at the end, these come in handy here. So this is what I make little loops with, so I can tie the back side of the stone in and give it somewhere to grab. Sorry for the rocking. First wire wrap video, so we'll see. I may set this up and just do something different next time. So as you can see there, just closed the loop off and started twisting again. So we'll add one more here just so that we have 2 different pull spots to kind of loop back through when we go across the back or the front side of the stone to the back. Okay, we're going to twist it, and there we go. So we got a bail there. So what this is basically the back side of my wrap. So from here you can kind of take this and run with it. This is the base to how I do a lot of my work, and it's pretty easy. So a lot of times I'll just kind of put different stones up to it and see if that matches the height of what I just kind of pre-created, and we'll go from there. So go ahead and pause this real quick. One other tool I didn't show you was this wire marking tape, and I use that to hold the top part as I get the bottom started wrapping. That helps a lot. So one pro tip there. Go ahead and pause and I'll come back 1 second. Sorry for the jiggle. There's not an earthquake here, I swear. Okay, so here's the tape. It's just real thin, like 1/8" tape. It's kind of like electrical tape, but it's for wire marking for electrical. So let's just go ahead and wrap that a couple times just to hold this top section in and keep that bail straight where we want it. Okay, so let me show you what that looks like. It's not perfect, but it helps. Trust me. Okay, so there's the back side. You can see it's kind of centered. Wiggle, wiggle. Gotta figure out how to use this GoPro to get this thing to focus better. Okay, on to the next step. So let's go ahead and wrap. So a lot of times I'll just, I often tell people, let it tell you where to grip it. I see a little groove right here. Let's go with that. That looks good. Now, I don't try to cover a whole lot, so what I'm just going to do here is just kind of take that groove, find that first hole on the bottom part. Now we're just going to take this wire, and I just pull back with my finger as I'm kind of getting the top ready. So we'll do that with the other string here. And I'm going to pull the top one through and just thread it through. So I'll show you here the first one. Okay. Now it doesn't have to be super tight because we're going to get it wrapped around the other side. That's going to help cinch it through there. So we'll get the other one threaded in there. As you can see, we're going same direction through there so they look even. And just pull it through. Okay. Now this is where I kind of work the bail into the final position before I tighten it. So make sure your groove's still there. Look it over. And then I just kind of take it around the front one time. Now you can take the tape off here, and what I like to do is move it to the bottom so that it holds what we just did in place. I need to get a better stand here. Maybe I got one coming for Christmas. Alright. So I'll get that tape, we'll reuse it because we like to reuse things here if we can. Alright. So now actually I think I might come up a little bit higher with that, just so that it doesn't cover too much of the mid part of this stone. So now I'm just going to twist and pull it up over this top part of the edge to keep the top part in place. And pull our little loop up to where I can thread it through again. So then we're just going to prep these and pull them down, pull them back. Now you just want to pull them back just enough to where you can get it through. You don't want to bend the wire too much. Alright. So now we got that one wire through. Good, push that down, make some room for the next one. Next wire in. Okay. So this is the tricky part, right? How do you finish it? Well, we're going to leave that tape on just in case so we can keep everything tight. I'll go ahead and bend this bail back. Don't be too rough with it because you don't want to stress that and make it any more fragile. So we'll go ahead and wrap this around. Get rid of that top wire underneath there, the one leading close to the bail. So you want to take that and wrap it at least 2 or 3 times. I go 3 times because 3 is my good number. Alright, so we'll clip that little edge. You want to do that just right before the front because this is going to tuck here. And I'm going to use just a dab of glue to kind of hold that in place at the final part. So that way nothing kind of comes undone. This stays pretty. You don't have to use too much wire and it holds. These things are great. So let's finish this out. Alright, so this is where that little poker tool comes in. So these things, these leather punches, these are on Amazon for like $4. You can get a pack of them. They work great for punching holes in your belt when you gain too much weight in the winter like I am. Alright, here we go. Let's wrap that around. Now I have punched my finger with these things and they leave a nice perfect hole, so if you got calluses you don't gotta worry, but if you're just building them, watch out. Okay, so here's another loop. I think I need a sip of this space dust. Space dust. Washington beer. Gotta love it. Okay. So all I did right here was take that last loop, make sure it was, you know, tie it up against there, looped it through this this bail hole basically underneath the top part, and I'm gonna go ahead and cinch it a couple times around there, loop it back in to where it's tucked underneath. Show you what that looks like. Okay, now I do this all by hand, but I've done this for a little bit, so my finger strength from time to time, you know, cooperates. If the wire's long enough, I can pull it pretty good. So all we're doing, sorry, no earthquakes. Good. Pull this under one more time, and we're basically just wire wrapping around that round part just to finish off. So we did 2 loops, and I'm just gonna go ahead and finish it here. We'll leave just a little bit to where we can tuck that under and it looks clean, and then we'll use a dab of glue just in that spot to here to fill that, and then just here to keep the bail in place. Let's see what this looks like. Go ahead and tuck it. Now, this is the most important part. I usually feel the back of it. Does it feel like there's anything poking out? If so, then try pushing some more and tucking it in. Practice makes perfect. I've only made like a couple hundred of these, so now I gotta find where the tape is. I just get my little pry bar. Okay, that was easy. Okay, and we have pretty much a ready to go stone. I mean, if you do these a little different, if you wrap them around a few times, if you want to get a little crazy with it, you can kind of do something different. But anyways, there's just a general idea to give you on how you can wrap a stone. I'll go ahead and take a picture of this and put it at the end of this video after the earthquake stopped. Sorry guys.